Hello, Joven.
Hello.
Congratulations. You did it again. There was a scary bracket reset, but you managed to take first place and are crowned once more as a champion of Tableturf.
Yeah. How does it feel to once again have a power of two amounts of TBO wins?
It feels good because now I have 4 times more TBO wins than anyone else. And if I win one more, then I have won half of every TBO.
Half. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And that's
Can you
including like
tell?
the 7 TBOs or 6 TBOs that were on the simulator that I didn't attend.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Sorry, you joined around the 7th TBO, you say?
Yeah, at launch.
All right. That's
All
just
right.
very dumb, but
So yeah, that's a
yeah,
long history of having these wins going on for you.
Yeah.
I got a couple of questions that I do want to make note of. There was in game two, I believe it was, in the first half of grand finals. You had like 3 overwrites in a row. Were those all reads?
I don't remember. Was that square squared?
Yeah, it was a squared
of
squared.
course
It
it was
was
scarce grade.
half of the matches were squared squared, so probably. But there was a point
It was. It
where
was.
you just kind of consistently 3 times in a row had moments where you just went where Jack was and just so happened to have a card that was smaller that overwrit his. So I guess more specifically than being like, was that calculated or was it by pure chance? Explain some of your like. Do you try to go for overwrites in your general strategy? Are there certain times where you do try to go for reads? Like, what's your strategy? What's your thinking when it comes to going for moments like that?
Okay,
Especially
if I
on this map.
don't, yeah, on this map, it's clashes happen super often, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
If I don't know my opponent's deck, it's hard to make like hard reads. But you can figure out the opponent's cards based on the previous cards they did and like what is like, available as a shape to fit in, and try to overwrite that. Or you can just like guess that your opponent is gonna play a bigger card. If you play your own small card, you can just put it in somewhere where you think your opponent's going to be, and win a clash. I'm gonna say like it wasn't in that game, but maybe like game two of the last the reset, or maybe it was the final
Mhm.
game actually. I had a slosher, a tri slosher I could get a special point from by just playing it normally.
Yeah.
But I really knew my opponent, my Jack, was gonna play that little Judd, so I put it
Yeah, that's what I kept on
on his little Judd.
saying. That's what
Yeah,
I
like
kept on saying in the game. Yeah, Liljad is one of the easiest cards to read because it's something that everyone plays in the end game, and it being 3
yeah,
by 3 often has only one
it's
or two spots before being played.
Yeah.
super
Uh,
common.
to, to keep on going with the topic of overwrite, do you run uh, Marigold currently?
Not in squared.
Yeah, okay. But so Jack does run still Marigold and Gunnar Lady, which are both 15 cards. So one thing that seems to have helped you consistently with your consistency with overrides is the fact that you do play the Manta Hypestorm Big Man 2, which is a 14 cards, which just completely destroy them every time you clash. Is that somewhat planned?
Yeah, I mean I already had this deck
Mhm.
before that. But yeah, I mean, I do try to interrupt his lady and stuff, and try to clash into that. Yeah,
Yeah, of
I
course.
unfortunately I think maybe I do have a line deck that's full of like Dynamo and Flutter and Fry 2. That is like 14 and 13 size cards that could be good against him. but I didn't have it like in my deck slots because there's too few deck slots. I should have maybe played it, but I was too lazy to.
It would have
put it
certainly
in.
been interesting. So, since we only saw pretty much this one map, still questions about this. Do you have any thoughts on Dynamo on this map? Since you say you have a deck on it.
It's one of Dynamo's best maps. Other than X Garden, which is, oh my god, it was so sad, those X Garden games.
Yeah.
That was the worst luck I've
Did you
ever had.
what? By the way, what did you have when you resigned?
Like, I think I had. Let me pull up the deck. Okay, the first time I resigned, I mean, I actually played it out, but yeah, I didn't even have. I lost from turn 1 because I didn't have an opener. When I run 4 openers, by the way, Fry, Shiver, and both Dynamos.
Oh wow,
So,
that's some bad luck.
And then
Only 4? I mean, you're the second player who had exactly 4 openers and got porked on this map, this one tournament, so... Only
it's
4,
hard to
I
have
kind of
5
understand.
because there's literally like 5.
Yeah.
There's only 5 cards in the entire game that are good openers on this map, so it's kind of hard to fit exactly all 5 of them, and like have still
Really,
have a
like... So, wait, what cards do you say are good openers that you didn't run?
Horoboros.
Oh, you didn't have Ouroboros, my bad.
Yeah. Anyway, in the second X Garden map, I did have Dynamo, and then like 3 really bad turn 2 options, but I just wanted to have a Dynamo at least, so I rolled with it. But then I pulled like another sloshing machine. So I had like in my turn 2 hand, I had Octostamp, both sloshing machines, and an S Blast.
By the way, may I ask you what your combo was? The combo that we planned with all of these S-Blasts.
It's you can see it on Hayate's Twitter if you would like, but it's basically Dynamo into S-Blast into Liljad, Slosher, and either Tower Control or Mothership.
Lots of corner specials in
Yeah.
these cards,
The thing about
which I
this
guess
deck,
allows it to be very flexible.
yeah, it's flexible. It is not jackload at all, which is very epic.
That sounds extremely epic.
Yeah,
Definitely
that's maybe what
check
Jack
it out.
needs
Maybe.
when he keeps losing 50-50s. Like, you don't even need Liljad, you can just replace that with a sloshing machine and still get all the specials.
Now, I'm gonna give you one more question before we move onwards.
Wait, if it's that question, I just want to ask one more right before it.
Go ahead.
Why do you keep on going to the same map again and again? Maybe
Because
it's a
I
dumb
want
question,
to... Okay, in X Garden I really believe I have the better deck and that I should be able to win there most of the time. I just got unlucky. Why I picked Main Street? Yeah, I also just thought they had a better deck. Like, I think I can win. But I can't always win. So even if I lose once, I'm like, yeah, I think I got the second time.
So you're not gonna address the elephant in the room, the fact that you just played so many games on the Square Squid.
I mean, that was Jack picking it. That
Yeah.
wasn't me.
Oh, my bad. It was only Jack. Okay. All right. That's it for my questions. Thank you. So you can go ahead, Milo.
Yeah. Final question. Give us a fun fact about your OC.
He's really bad at main game, like ranked modes.
Just goes into turf wars and is just like, I can't paint there. Why not? Someone already painted there. No, you're able to spray with your gun. Nah, the rules of the game say that you can't unless I use my special. What do you mean unless you use your special? It's the rules. Are you talking about Tableturf? Yeah. But we're not playing Tableturf.
Okay.
But it's the same thing. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Basically.
Fantastic.
All right.
Thank you so much for
Thank
the
you very much,
interview.
Evan.
Congratulations on first place, and best of luck in your future events.
Thanks.
All right. Sorry. Up next should be Jack, the eternal second place. I'm sure he's gonna be happy when we remind that.
I mean, we could just jump to other topical points. We don't have to go in and be like, you guys, second.
I mean, he didn't. Okay. To be fair, he did not seem too upset, but I mean, I'm not the best at reading emotions through plain text,
Yeah.
so I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Oh, we gotta get Jack to join in.
Jack!
We must summon Jack with
Jack.
our energy.
Hey,
Raise your hands. Raise your hands in the air and clap them together. Go, Jack. Jack. Yay! Jack Shaney.
Okay.
Hello, Jack.
Alright, do you have so much energy?
Autism. Jack, congratulations on
fair enough.
second place. As you know,
You just said you would not say that. Whatever.
I never said I can't say autism. I'm autistic.
No, oh my god. I'm autistic, whatever.
We got some questions for you. Oh no, I said we weren't gonna ask him about it because we all know, but we can ask him about things involving what led to this situation. Much like Jack, what are your thoughts on Big Bubbler?
I gave that card a chance, and it will never get one again.
You regret your decision?
Like, I did run Big Bubbler earlier when, like, you weren't in the scene, and it kind of worked. And for tomorrow, my crew showdown name will be Big Bubbler with Polly. Just, it did not work today on this map, and it will never work.
It seems it seems like a fun card. Like, I look at it and I like it, and I see promise in it, but then it's just, yeah, the tournament performance. Like, you did incredible, despite the fact you had it, which says a lot about that weapon or card ultimately, which hurts the soul.
Do you think that's what's bad about the weapon is the value it can get as a special, or really that it's only a special and doesn't block?
Like, I think I could have played Big Bubbler way better. So I think it would be pretty hard to answer this question now, because I kind of put it in the deck because, like, I did want to meme about it. Yeah, it did not work. But, like, that Big Bubbler, I placed Big Bubbler quite a few times wrong, I think. Like, in one game, I just had, like, an idea, and the idea definitely did not work out because of my eyes not being normal. Like, I did not see that I am not getting 2 special points.
I think that's an excellent point. You know, like, maybe paint it in a better light than being like, it's garbage. Big Bubbler's really hard to use well. There's very few situations and very few maps where you can get, like, a clean, like, you can come in with something that looks like a big, like, loose circle and actually get something out of it. Like, it's not easy to work with.
Yeah, I think Big Bubbler is way, way, way better on other maps than Square Squared, because earlier when, like, Milan and so on played Zipcaster Cup, I used to run Big Bubbler and completely destroy the base combo, because they had, like, a special base combo with some specific cards always, and they did not really rush mid. And then when you have, like, mid and you're having 3 special points, Big Bubbler destroys everything. That's why, like, it definitely has used it, uses, but yeah, not on squared. I think it still has potential.
Do you think it might work better as an aggressive special? Like you use it really early in the game to just like shut down enemy space?
Yeah, I think that's the only usage of it. Like having three triple 312s and one big bubbler in it might not even be that bad if you like have a good deck around it. Like I don't know, you run Octoballer or something. You could run big
Ooh.
bubbler as a like a charger replacement, but like you use that charger as a special, and instead of using it normal, like that could be a good replacement because big bubbler has like such a good reach.
That does sound really fun. So our conversation isn't specifically about the big bubbler. You made it to bracket reset this time. There was a quick resignation on game 5 from Joven, which led to it, but like, was there anything, like, despite the fact that big bubbler was a card in your deck when that happened, like, was there a change in strategy or approach that you made that you feel helped you gain an edge compared to previous interactions with him?
You mean like on X?
Like
Or
how you played, stages you went to, strategies, or luck, or just like, what do you think went into resulting in you reaching a bracket reset against him this time around?
like first of all, luck that he did not get the best openings, although I did not get the best one in that 5th game as well. Like wasn't really the best, but his was like worse. That's probably really good for me. But I'm just going to say it again, I could win way more games against Juven if I'm just not like doing stupid mistakes like I'm currently doing. Like that one big bubbler was a mistake. That pass of the splatter color screen in game 1 of bracket reset was a misplay. Like that just were misplays that I should not have made. So I think I could have been way more successful, but I didn't really change my strategy. Like the decks of your opponent after a while. I know that even changes them around, but like we played 5 games of square or something, or 6. So yeah, kinda was like we kinda know each other's decks. So yeah, no strategic changes.
There was a game, like I noticed like you were playing the Octopod this time around for a couple of games, and there was a situation. Actually, there was another situation where you used the tri-strainer instead of the splatter color screen, and then you comboed it off into the splatter color, and you won against Joven by a single point. And a similar thing happened with the Octopod. Like, what goes on in your head when you're thinking about like the final few turns and you have a lot of options? Like you've got maybe a 4-11, you've got your 2-3-12s, and maybe you have a 5-16, a 5-14 or something and you have all of those available for you. What goes into your head when you're trying to think of like the best final couple of turns?
Yeah, there definitely was a bunch of very cool endgame plays that you made.
Yeah, there was some cool plays. Honestly, I lost the question after like a while. There was so much.
Do you want me to repeat my question?
Yeah, and another thing, I did not run Octopod.
Wait,
I
no.
think you were like
Oversized octopod. Oversized.
oversized
Oversized,
Octopod.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yes, please.
what are you thinking when you're like? Do you want to? Could you talk more about like those combos that you made with the tri-stringer and the oversized Octopod into the 312s, or just like what goes into your mind when it comes to your final few turns? Because you had some very clutch, very well planned out and managed final turns that would give you like scarily close wins.
Okay, now I know what you mean. Okay, for like there were 2 games in which you were able to see that very good. Like the one game against Ed with the oversized octopod. Yeah, that was pretty hype.
That's very creative.
Yeah, like in this tournament, I took way more time to think in most of my games. And normally, I would have played my sprinkler like it was planned to get 2 special points. But then I realized, because of the time I had left, I then realized that I was still able to use my octopod into free 12 into sprinkler, just the other way around, because of the time I took to think. And like in that one game on Squared, I honestly messed up not using that splatter color screen, because the value I would have gotten of it was like way more than I did with that tri-stringer into splatter color screen. Yeah, that was just like a misplay from me, but I won, which was pretty helpful there.
Yeah, sorry. It's while commentating, it's very hard to just do the calculations as well as the players. So we did not realize that what you did was in fact worse than the standard play with the splatter color screen.
Yeah.
Also, all right. Why did you keep going to Square Squid? Is there a specific reason, or just you like the map?
Okay, like honestly, after I like saw Big Bubbler did not work in any way, I just wanted to change the Big Bubbler and splatter color screen. So that's why I went to Squared Game 5, because I did want to know how it will work without Big Bubbler. Yeah, did not work out. But like I chose Squared a few times because I did not really want to run any other map, because Squared was like fun to me at that moment.
Did I? Sorry, disconnected briefly.
Yeah. Last question. You know this one. There was one more question I had, but I've already forgotten it. But we'll do the classic one. Give us a fun fact about your OC.
Okay, let me think. Yeah. I don't really know.
That's okay. It sounds like you've had a long day and you're a little tuckered out. I won't press you on it. Congratulations on second place.
Okay, no,
And-
now I have one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, my my character likes shopping, and that's why they use all of the sellers of Splatsville in the decks.
Aw,
In my decks. Yeah,
I like that
like-
one.
my character likes them. That's just it.
That's cute.
Also, okay. Yeah, no. Sorry.
You want to say something? You can say it.
And we can't go back to to Tableturf related questions. That would be anticlimactic.
No, you can.
Thank you, Jack.
Okay.
If you could stick around for us to interview N,
Yeah.
because we don't.
Like
really
I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue for him, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just stay here.
Let's get N. Because N managed to make an impressive run and finally secured a third place position.
Finally defeated Pinon, who had been getting all the third place for themselves.
Yeah. Mom said it's my turn on the third place.
Kenan, who did end up going down to Zeb, by the way. We have not said that. We had not said that previously. Quite the upset. Pinan seed 3 against Zeb seed 9. Sweep 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Maybe I'm underselling Zeb. Zeb is of course not a bad player at all. But
No, there were a few good like exciting upsets that happened in this bracket. Like AJ managed to make it all the way through too. Ben had a fairly impressive run.
yeah. Wait, who did Ben beat? Ben got out by AJ, but they did get a win on cookies. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Indeed, that's the upset. So yeah, quite a few upsets.
Indeed, indeed. Hello, N. Congratulations on third place.
Thank you.
Absolutely deserved. How do you feel?
I guess good. I, after some time, finally top 3 again. Was long since my last good placement. Long time.
Mm-hmm.
Have you not been grinding as much with the tournaments and the game?
Basically, I'm playing Tableturf a lot, but I didn't really have time for the tournaments because they're always at the same time. Like I'm a competitive Splatoon player, and the tournaments like TVO is like always same time as glowing or some other tournaments. So I played those instead in the last weeks. I didn't participate as much as I used to.
Understood. So I'm sorry, the last matches we saw from you started to be quite a while back.
I could start with I've got a. There was one specific game that was really impressive that you managed to get against AJ where I can't remember which game it was, but like you got like specials like chained like one every turn. Like it was X marks the garden. Uh, you ended up winning. There was a clash that technically I think you lost, but because that clash happened, you got a special. Then the next turn there was another clash and you got a special. And then the turn after that was
Oh, it
just
was the game.
sorry.
Sorry. It was the game where you opened with double dynamo and won a clash against Ouroboros on turn 2, if I remember correctly.
So, could you tell us a little bit more about that moment? Was that something you might have been going for? Were those kind of luck? How did you feel about that?
I'm sorry, I kinda don't remember the situation right now.
That's fair.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. So what kind of goes into your mind when you're playing X marks the garden against an opponent? Like, what strategy are you going for? What are you expecting from them, and how do you try to counteract that?
Hope for good RNG and get all my openers. Kinda, I don't know. Just be lucky.
Fair enough.
I have one base combo, and if that doesn't work, I just have to improvise, or I don't know. It's just X marks the garden is a map with a lot of RNG, and basically, I don't know. There's not a lot of strategy there. I just hope that I get cards, and that's it. I don't know.
Have you researched a less RNG dependent way to play on this map? And have you
I
found
don't know.
anything?
I didn't really. I think I would have to change a lot of my decks for that and my playstyle, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to do that.
Fair enough.
Because I think I play the same deck for the last 6 or 7 months now, and I don't know if I can change and then perform as good as I would now.
I mean,
Basically,
that's the thing about change it though, is like it takes a little bit to get used to it again, but once you get used to the new style, more often than not, like you can go in with your new learnings and apply them, and you might make a better deck. I know I've seen I've seen a lot of players starting to experiment with their X marks the Gardens decks, and a lot of them like from what I've seen, these new decks are like really strong and dangerous and capable, and do a lot more in that stage than what usually ends up happening or what used to happen a lot. Do you follow the deck builds of others often, or are you usually just like focused on your own world and your own strategies and ideas?
I think I have my own world right now. I'm very I have a lot of very old decks, and I'm not very. I didn't really get to the new meta. I still have like my decks are a bit too small and stuff like that. So in general, on every map, I think I'm really not the best deck builder, and I think I should improve my decks and my strategy and do it. Sorry, my English.
You're doing great.
I think I have to do more. Bro.
What if to put you on the spot, what's something you feel like you could do right now? What's a card that's not meeting up to your expectations that you feel like could be better swapped out for something else?
That's the problem. I think I would have to do a completely new deck, because right now everything kind of needs to be there. Everything has some purpose and everything combos with everything. I think my deck right now is it works, but it's like a bit too small, and I'm pretty sure I can't win right now against Joven or Jack. Like, it's impossible right now. They're just a bit better right now, and my strategy just doesn't work anymore. Basically,
So
they
where would
adapted
you
better
start?
right now.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
okay.
So where would you start if you had to kind of improve, or how on that deck? I mean, I guess not improve, but make a new one, better one, stronger one, faster one.
Yeah, what are some cards you would want to start with?
Cards or
Yeah.
strategies or interesting things.
So that's something I still need to think about, because right now I'm really not I'm really still in the like old playstyle, and didn't really never thought of didn't think about adapting too much right now. I'm still trying to make the old stuff work, but I don't know. I'm still playing like double dynamo and stuff, which is at the new standards not really the best strategy right now. I don't know.
Well, fortunately, when you're ready, I know a lot of the community is really helpful and friendly, and soon, eventually, maybe you'll be able to start to strategize, improve, and refine. Maybe come up with a sick new deck that revolutionizes the scene. One
Maybe.
last question for you before you get released back to go to sleep, because I know it's late for you. I'm going to give you the most dastardly and difficult question that you could ever have to face.
Okay.
Give me a fun fact about your OC.
I don't have one.
Yeah, that's
Don't have a
that's
fun
how
fact, or you
everybody
don't have
started.
an
That's how
OC?
everybody who's I've asked this question started. But we're gonna find something. So,
And I don't need one.
no, the character
Fair
that
enough.
you run around in Splatoon, that's technically an OC. Tell me something fun
I
about
guess.
them. What weapon do they like using?
I'm a Octobrush main.
Nice,
I don't know.
nice. Alright, there you go. You got a fun fact. That's a start.
I guess.
It was very fun.
I approve of this fun fact. Congratulations again on 3rd place. Best of luck in future tournaments, and we will see you another time. Ciao!
Bye.
And with that, I do believe that we are done with this Table Turf tournament. This isn't all that's happening. There's more coming up. Tomorrow, there's going to be another thing going on. You'll
Yes,
definitely-
tomorrow with Pro Showdown.
Yeah. It's going to be a heck of a time. But with that said and done, thank you all so much for watching. We will see you another time. Ciao!
See you, everyone.